A brutal daylight murder near Mitford Hospital has once again raised alarms of deep cracks in Dhaka's law and order system, sparking public outrage over police inaction and political point scoring. Since the incident on 9 July, anger mounts. Calls for accountability and justice grow louder, with the interim government under increasing pressure to act. In the Mitford murder case, CCTV footage clearly shows a group of men beating a motionless body with bricks and stones. Yet, the police initially failed to arrest the killers, and several of those seen in the video were not even named in the FIR, the victim's family alleges. It wasn't until a week later when the police finally arrested one, Rizwanuddin, allegedly seen smashing a concrete boulder onto the victim Sohag on the street in front of Sir Salimullah Medical College, Mitford Hospital in Dhaka. With this, 9 people have been arrested in the case so far. Besides police's allegedly failure to act promptly, equally disturbing was the silence of the crowd on the day of the murder. Hospital staff, security guards, and even members of a nearby Ansar camp stood by and watched. No one intervened. As the footage spread online and sparked public outrage, the blame shifted quickly to major political party BNP. Allegations came that Jubo Dal men were involved in the killing. According to reports, a local Jubo Dal leader was demanding extortion money from the deceased businessman. Police later dismissed the claims of extortion and clarified the incident took place over business rivalry, not political motive. The police also said they found no political links in the murder. At the onset, BNP accused the government's response as being tepid and law enforcement rudderless and ineffective. BNP pointed out that the killer and his accomplice, as seen on the footage, were neither arrested nor were their names in any of the charge sheets. In response to the police case that was filed, BNP and its youth wing Jubo Dal expelled their members who were named. Meanwhile, several political parties and their affiliates started to capitalize on the murder by staging anti-BNP and anti-Tariq Rahman rallies. Some of these rallies used profane language and quarterly blamed BNP for the murder. Even though evidence suggests the murderers were not holding any formal party positions. BNP suspects that Sohag's murder was being exploited for political leverage and started its own probe into the killing. It also slammed other political parties for trying to hold the BNP responsible. At the time, this begged the question, was justice once again being sidelined for political convenience? Since the power vacuum following August last year, law and order have steadily deteriorated. Does the Mitford case, along with rising crime across the country, reflect a deeper, more troubling culture of impunity? Now the public looks to the interim government to act before impunity becomes the norm. Sohag's family, the victim in the Mitford case, claims that the actual perpetrators were excluded from the investigation and that innocent people were falsely implicated. His sister, Manjuara Begum, started that 3 original suspects were dropped from the FIR. The Mitford case is just one among several shocking incidents. On the same day, news of a mosque khatib being brutally attacked in Chandpur surfaced. Since the Alma League's ouster on 5th August following the student people mass uprising, mob violence has surged nationwide. Law enforcement's withdrawal in the aftermath created a dangerous power vacuum. In that chaos, mobs targeted individuals linked to the previous regime, from politicians to ordinary citizens accused of petty crimes. What has followed is a disturbing rise in unchecked violence. Mob lynchings and public beatings have become commonplace, fueled by political opportunism and misinformation campaigns on social media. From the killing of Tofazzal at Dhaka University to the vandalism at Dhanmondi 32, mobs now act with growing impunity. On 11 September in Cox's Bazar, political strongman Muhammad Farooqul Islam led an attack on women, circulating the video online. Just a week later, on 18 September, Tofazzal, a mentally ill man, was beaten to death at Dhaka University, while another youth, Shamim Mullah, a former student leader, was lynched at Jahangirnagar University. Cultural and gender repression also took violent turns. A women's football match was halted in January. In March, 2 women were assaulted for smoking. That same month, mobs raided homes, stormed police stations, and forced dubious legal outcomes. Each of these incidents reflects not only a growing lawlessness but a collective desensitization to mob justice. Civic voices have warned had even a few of these cases been met with proper punishment, the situation might have been different. In Sohag's murder, the government said it would ensure a speedy trial and exemplary punishment. Law advisor Asif Nozrul stated the government was committed to ensuring swift justice for this heinous act. Home Affairs advisor Jahangir Alam Chaudhary condemned the brutal killing and said all individuals responsible were arrested. He urged society to curb rising intolerance where minor issues are sparking violence. He added that those involved in similar incidents in Chatpur, Khulna, and Chattogram have already been brought to justice, and that action is taken swiftly in such cases. According to information provided by rights group Ain O Shalish Kendro, at least 179 people were killed in mob violence between August 2024 and June 23 this year. In June, the Bangladesh Army said it has taken strict measures against mob violence, resulting in a noticeable decline across the country. Amid simmering tensions, the interim government has repeatedly assured it would work diligently until it holds a free and fair election in 2026. Until then, whether the government manages to keep the country away from a spiraling law and order crisis remains to be seen.